Good morning, welcome back to Derail Valley with Freddy. And you catch me this morning, I've just unloaded the job we brought up to Iron Ore Mine West. A little shunting job to unload it all. It's all in a relevant place now. Just a bit of extra cash. I know we're not exactly strapped for cash currently, but Freddy has plans. So there we go. It's nearly 60,000 for very easy work. 807,000. Nice. That's generated some haul jobs. One which going back to the harbour. Nice. So there are some nice jobs here, especially these two going to steel mill. But what I'm thinking, I know, dangerous thing, me thinking, is actually reverse back down with just our cargo to machine factory, where we can turn around using the military base and looking at getting back down to City South or Harbour. There's more likely better jobs there for us to do. And I want to visit the shop again. Reason being is once we get back down to City South, I'm going to look at getting the museum D6 fixed, repaired and ready to go. And also I need to repair my blunder. So currently running just the D6. Knock that down. Not that up because it isn't pushing night time. See the back of the train. Not going to take a tremendous amount to get this back, but so we've got a straight run now, straight through an empty track. Nice light train. So reverse this all the way back to machine factory, get turned around, pull up at the shop, pull up at the station, and we'll decide what we're going to do from there. So I shall see you down there. Okay, so we're over at machine factory now. Pulled up for a service because we desperately need one, because Freddy's an idiot and smashed up his train. So let's see how much this service is going to cost. Ooh, a bit on the body. I was expecting that, but not as bad as I was expecting. I do need some more sand as well. So this is DH4 we're currently repairing. Right, so DH4 is done. Sand. So measure and repair absolutely everything, because that sets us in good stead. Now, I have been to the shop, bought a few things. So this service is going to cost us 60,000. Yipes! As you can see, I've spent a fair bit of money as well. There we go, that's that fully repaired. Get off. As you can see, oh, looking lovely again now. Right, so we can utilise the DH4 properly. This brake cut in. I put the handbrake on the DH6, didn't I? Yep. Right, so I'm going to get us... Get in. In fact, no. Before I move anything and incur any fees, I'll have a pop over to the office See what the job situation currently is. We may sleep through the night. As we've now opened up the military contract as well, I'm going to pop over there as well and have a look what sort of jobs we've got over there. Let's see if we've got anything tasty. So, ooh, we've not got a lot here. Yipes. We do have pick up here. That pays quite well to load excavators to go down to Harbour. Got a job going up to the goods factory. That would be nice. So this one's definitely a possibility. Let's have a look what's over at the military base as well, because the military base has its own office. It's this little container here. We've got a logistics call going down to the military, down to Harbour as well. There's a military one which we can do. There's military 2 we can't do. And there's no computer there. Well, military contracts can get quite good, but military, as I've said before, is pretty much an all-in. You need to get either. Oh my word! We had a bit of damage. Oh, that's not good. Right, let's clear this lot so that we know where we are. Right, so that's our fees done. We have 569,000 left. We're going to need at least 200,000 to repair the D6. At least. So let's have a look at licenses. So we still need to do the 282. Hazmat 3 goes inside with military 3. So military 2 is another 4% off, but that gives us the military 2 license. It's only 30,000. I think we do that now, so we've got that. Yeah. So it's literally the 282, Hazmat 3, and military 3 left to do. Nice and easy. Right. With that now done, why are you in there? Pick up the things that I bought. These are going to be 4. Okay. For our new D6, the museum one. A fair few bits. Basically a lot of the same stuff we've got already. Ah, we recovered our green flags. Ah, awesome. I thought I'd lost those. Bonus. Right, so handy days, that's sorted out. I think what we'll do, I'll have a quick sleep, get the train turned round, and we'll see in the morning if there's any better jobs for heading down. Because rather than doing a night run, it is midnight now. Although we're due clear, I think get the train turned, have a sleep, and we'll see where we are from there. Right, see you in a minute. Okay, welcome back. So I've got this shunting job done. Just put the handbrake on because we need the handbrake to hand it in. Go quickly hand this in. This is one due for going down to the harbour, so it's going to pay us quite well just for loading it up. Then we're going to get paid as well for shunting it down to the harbour. So win-win for us. There we go, nice 64,000. Need that after the expenses I've had. And here is the job. Down to the harbour, 68,000 down to the harbour for C2I. So, is that the harbour? So I'm going to come in, keep left, keep keep left. We'll reverse back into C. It's going to be C2I, so that's going to be a keep right and a keep left into C2I. So it's going to be a nice, straightforward, easy job. We just need to set our points for going back to the harbour. I think that's going to be a keep right, to a keep left, to a keep right, to a keep left, up along here, keep left, keep right, keep left, into harbour. Right, so that should be our points all set correctly. For those that have been following along, yes, I did have a break for a couple of days. You'll probably not notice because I was quite a few episodes ahead. So right, let's get this handed in. We shall go jump in our train. And we shall get the heck out of here. We should be able to run this purely on the DH4. So what my plan currently is, we're going to restore the Museum D6, and that's going to become the primary locomotive. And we're going to run the Museum DH4 behind it. For this run, we should be okay on just the DH4. So I've bought a few extra bits. There's still a couple of bits I need to buy for the Museum D6. But we can... Oh, handbrake. It helps if I do that. Keep a bit of power on. So just take this handbrake off. Oh look, now we're rolling. It's a good thing you don't need to fully uncouple. If you know you're going to be taking the job, you can just stick the handbrake on and just let it go. Right, let's get our way down to the harbour. See you down there. one of the more common places we will end up with this, because there is a lot of good work here. Not only that, we want City South. So, let's get this parked up, hand it in, see if there's any jobs going to City South. If not, we'll just take ourselves across, get these parts dropped off, and we can start work on restoring the Museum DH6 and swapping our locos around. Now you may notice I did stop off at City West just to pick up a few little bits at the shop. The main things I think we're going to need are from Machine Factory, that's not Machine Factory, Goods Factory in town. So there's a possibility may end up getting a job up to there if we can, just to get the last bits we're going to need for the D6. As that's going to be our primary, I don't really want to strip things out of the DH4 because we've got that set up quite nicely. I'll leave that running for 2 minutes. Should we run and hand this in? So a nice easy job to restart. I did have a little bit of a panic moment. We timed it just right with the rain as well. So a nice easy job to get ourselves back into the swing of things. Nice 100,000. Awesome. So that's brought us up to 698 again. Excellente. Alright, quick look. Is there anything going to City South? There is. 21,000. What? Would you look at that? And no, I am not fudging these jobs to try and make it better for us. It just happens to be. That's going. So this is going from D60. It's a Hazmat 2. Long 1, Fragile 1. The City South to B1. We really can't turn that down, especially as it's such an easy job. Yes, it's raining. It's 400 tons. Oh. No, I want that. I'm going to drop it. The fact it's raining, not the best. But you know what, with the D6, we ain't going to struggle. Not at all. So, let's get this all hooked up and make our way across to City South. Of course, now it's raining. It's going to be even more fun. So, I want some proper headlights. There we go. So, picking up from D60. So D, so we're going to want to go left there, pull out, right, right, into D. We're going to want to, I think it's keep right, keep left. It might be left and left. I always struggle with this. Stuff it, we'll pull forward and we'll figure it out. Obviously in the bike we've got to watch for wheel slip. It means being a little bit gentler on the throttle is all really. We're pulling round. That's now going to be a keep left. Going to head towards City South. So, main points is that. Oh, as you can see, visibility is now gone. All the fun. I mean, stopping distances as well are increased because you can't wheel slip under braking. So I'm intending to put the same equipment effectively in the Museum D6 as we've got in the DH4, with one addition. We'll have an amp limiter. The amps for that are a little more particular, and we'll keep the DH4 because it is a good piece of equipment, and we can just add to the engines we're using, which is great for us. It means we can pull some really big loads, and will certainly be needed for Hazmat 3 and Military 3 because the weights are classified, so they are heavy loads. What they say the weight is not necessarily what the weight is. So good fun. This will be a nice short job, only 400 tons plus what we've got. So DH4, I'll probably fire the D6 up actually to get up the hill. Kill the engine once we reach the top on the D6. Same as we did for going up the hill, really. I didn't really need it, but better to use it and not need it than need it and not use it. Just keeping my eye on these signals here, because D-yard is... I always get the signals messed up. For some reason, me and D-yard do not get on well with that. So it's foggy, it's raining. You know, it's the harbour. Got to expect that. So actually set right for the next one. We'll see for the one after. Just keep the speed down and chill. Big bonus for us with the job going to City South. Which quite often do this and there isn't any jobs going. Set wrong. I think we need that one. The good thing is we can hook up to this, pull forward to the station and just go hand it in and hit the road. Quite honestly, we don't even need to really actually stop. We can just slow roll. As you can see, the battery's been used up, but now that we've got the charger, I ain't worried about that, and I've got an extra charger for the D6. I'm going to purchase a shelf. Yeah, D6O. Where is this? There it is. Hiding right at the back of the line. Get some brake on now. Speed down. Obviously we're in Hazmat 2 and Fragile. We really don't want to be hitting this hard. Look at that. Couldn't have kissed that any gentler. Especially in the wet. That is awesome. Right, so that one's that way, that one's that way, so of course it's the rear of the car. Of course it is. So we're all hooked up now. What we do is just set that off on a gentle pull forward. We can sprint ahead, go hand this job in. In fact, I don't think I set City South for this. So we're dropping off in B1I. So we're going to keep right, keep left into B. Keep right, B1I, and we can reverse back and go to the museum. Awesome. What are we doing on speed? Give it an extra notch. We should be set. Just want to check actually. Keep right, yeah. We're set for exit. Awesome. Once you get more familiar with doing this, it becomes a little easier. You get used to it. Go find our train in the fog. A bit more power. As I said, we'll fire up the D6. Just for getting up the hill. There we go, D6 fired up. Full headlights on. A little bit of red light. Right, I shall see you up at City South. City South, nice short journey, just what we like. Get this stopped and brought down to control. Nice easy journey. D6 got us up the hill and we just cruised in from there. A little further forward. That'll do us quite nicely. Very easy job, just what we like. Just dropped off, get paid. We love our money. We can like look down and get the museum parts delivered and installed. Nicely done, 31,000 just to come up here. Awesome. Don't take brakes off now. Pull forward a bit. Just get past the signal. The plan is, because it's such long, it won't fit fully on the turntable with everything, so I'm going to detach the rear and actually drive that in on its own. Right, left, service general because it is still wet. You can tell by the puddles that are on the ground. I'll have to do a service on everything, because if we don't service the D6 it will say permanently there, even though we're switching to the museum D6. Good thing we're switching to the museum D6 is we don't incur fees on the museum pieces. Oh, they're going so slow. So I'm planning we're going to reverse a fair bit. Use the DH4 because it is better. And we're going to detach the rear cars, drive them into the museum, then come back for the DH4 and the D6. That is the plan. You know what me and plans are like. Here. And couple this bad boy. All those lights. Let's get those lights out of the way for a sec. There we go. So I fire this one up into reverse. Brake cutout. We're already on the roll. Thankfully it's not going to take a huge amount to actually get this sorted, which is awesome for us. Brake on this thing is really good. It's the one thing that really got me when I first started driving this. Just how good the brake is on this. There we go, bit of illumination. It's not the best train, but it fits for the job it's doing. And for the little bit we're actually using this engine, it's nothing. Because this is effectively a museum train, we don't incur any fees. Yay! Bonus for us. We get on this turntable and the loads will automatically despawn. I can park this bad boy up. And reset the turntable and bring in the DH4 and the D6. Oh, don't say I overshot. Nope. There we go. Parts are in. So, now that they're in, very dark in here. Oh, no. I want to spin around this way. reverse into for this one. Coming down to second gear, I think. On. Kill off the lights. This one, because it is quite unique. Oh, we got that just lovely. There is the fuel cut off there. So that's that all parked up. Reset the turntable. Surprised the lights aren't on in here. Be nice to have some illumination. Right. I can get our main train rolling. Also heading back to it. Wipers off now as it's stopped raining. Yay. Nice and easy work, just plan your way ahead and everything looks good. What we'll do, we'll end the episode as I get this parked up ready for service, and we'll begin the restoration of the Museum D6 in the next episode. Something to look forward to. I appreciate time has probably moved quite well, and this episode, like most of mine, are dragging on. Fully on. We are fully on. Excellent. Right, service bay is this one. We found the right button first time. There's a first for Freddy. Get this pulled forward. There we go. Okay, so awesome. In the next episode, you'll see me service, drop off the standard D6, and we'll get fixed up with the museum on. Until next time, see you again soon.